so far we have 6 people signed up for it.
General Day for November 13th.
Yeah.
Can I have the event before that? I
Pardon
got
me?
the Ham and the Day on November 13th, say the one in December.
It'll be General and a Day on November 13th, Ham and a Day on the 11th of December.
Oh, thank you.
Both of them are scheduled to take place at Chickawaw.
Cool. All right. Jeff, eat.
Sure. All right, well, our education training meetings, we've been having them upstairs in the main meeting room. It's a very nice place to have those meetings. And our last one, and maybe this might be for a future club presentation, depends on what you guys think, but did a presentation on how you can run your older software on a laptop, whether it's in Mac or Windows or whatever, using some virtual technology. It works really well. So you can run old DOS programs, you can run Windows XP, you can run the current version of Windows if you wanted to, and you can do this all on another Windows machine like a laptop or a Linux laptop or a Mac. So we did that presentation. It went really well. So our next EAT meeting is going to be this month, I believe, the 20. Yes, yeah, 26th. Again, upstairs in the main meeting room. So I'll look forward to seeing you guys there.
Awesome.
What time is that at?
Oh, it'll be at 6:30.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you so much, Jeff. Is Tom, KC8UER here?
No.
Nope.
No, but I can fill in.
Go ahead, Kim.
Chugging along, always looking for new net controls operators. No, I'm not looking at these words. Anybody that would like to jump in, I know a few people have expressed interest, like Mike, if we could get him to do it sometime, so we'll see, but please step up and help us out.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you, Kim. And the Friday night TGIF net is going strong as well. I've got a few net controls in the wings, but I'm always looking for additional net controls. That net meets every Friday night at 7 o'clock on the 06 repeater. So come hang out with us. And yeah, we're doing, like I said, we're chugging along. We're averaging 15 to 20 check-ins per net. So it's awesome. That's all I have. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Check out the ARRL website for contests and swaps coming up, as well as the ARRLgroups.io pages. Muskegon has their Fall Color Ham Fest coming up this Saturday, 9 o'clock a.m.
8 o'clock,
Is it 8?
yeah.
Oh, somebody made a typo then.
Or am I confusing the one for Kalamazoo the next day?
Okay. Okay. It
9.
is it 9?
9.
Thank you.
Confusing that, so. I just got the email from Kalamazoo, so.
Ah, gotcha. So 9 o'clock for the Muskegon, and I can't remember. It's at a church, and I can't remember the name of it.
Fellowship Reform.
Fellowship Reform. Thank you. Yep.
Is it on the app?
Yes. Apple Avenue. Yep. Cool. And then the next day, Sunday, is the Kalamazoo Ham Fest at 8 o'clock. And where is that one?
Kalamazoo Fairgrounds.
Is it Fairground? Okay.
County.
Cool. Kalamazoo County Fairgrounds. Thank you, Phil. So that's what we have coming up in Hamfest, folks. And that's all I have for announcements. Anyone else with any?
Quick question.
Yeah.
So for the Kalamazoo Ham Fest, does that start at 8, go till noon?
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yep. All right. Announcements? I don't see anybody. Fantastic. Moving on to old business. Is Jared here?
No.
No. Okay. I have not heard from Jared or anybody else yet regarding Chippewa volunteer opportunities at this time. Still waiting to hear back from them, and we're getting kind of late into the season now at this point, so I don't know if we'll hear any more chatter from Chippewa on volunteer opportunities, but we'll definitely keep our ears open.
Chances are with hunting season being afoot, it's probably gonna be not much going on there.
Probably not. Yep, probably not. And the last part of old business I have, who here was at the Park to Park helping out with that? Fantastic. Any of you want to chime in? How'd that go? That's always good.
It was a nice morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, good crowd. About 700, they said, I think, 700.
Wow. Was
There's
it-
just a few more operators, but we did okay.
How many operators did we have in total?
12 or 13?
12, 13?
Could use about 18 or
18, could use 18, 19? Okay. All right, that's good to know. Yeah, next year.
I did hear the chatter for that on the way to work that morning, so it was fun to listen to on the drive in.
It's fun listening to a net. To those nets. You guys do a really awesome job with that, so that's awesome. Really cool. Cool. That's really all I had to bring up for old business. I guess something else I could put under old business too that I kind of just thought of. I know at last month's meeting talked about maybe getting the agenda up on the reflector maybe like a week before. I apologize, I didn't get it up in that time frame. Let's just say that September has been a very crazy month. And I'll leave it at that. So I didn't get a chance to work on the agenda until pretty much a few days ago. So I apologize about that. But at least I had a program presentation idea for this meeting, which after the business meeting we'll jump right into it, the Mr. Tornado documentary. That'll be cool. That's all I have for old business. Anybody with old business that they want to address that I might have missed? Not seeing anybody. We'll scoot on to new business. Dave, are you here?
Nope.
I saw it.
Okay, yeah, I guess RSA Dave.
Oh, sure.
I think he knows why I'm calling.
Dave ain't here.
Dave here.
All right,
Thanks, Dave.
you betcha. Well, it's time to start thinking about officers again for next year. So elections are gonna be coming up. And Zach decided not to throw his hat in for next year. So Zach, thank you for everything you've done for the last 2 years. Appreciate it. So Jared, who's not here, said he would stay on as VP.
Okay.
Eric decided not to run for next year. In fact, if you see him, you thank him for this year, because last year when we asked him about it, he knew it was gonna be a trying year with everything going on at home, but yet he said he would go ahead and do it, so thank him for doing that. And Mr. Treasurer said he would stay on, so thank you for all your work.
Twisted my arm.
You bet. So we need nominations. We need nominations for a president and for a secretary. So if you would please send the nominations to Kim and then KL, and that's it? No, myself, WNRSA. If you wanna do the position, please let either one of us know, otherwise please nominate somebody. Any questions? Thanks.
Cool. Thank you, Dave.
You bet.
Yeah, it's really not that bad. It's being a president. What you put in is what you'll get out of it, and the more that that you're willing to put in, more the time and effort, like the more that everybody in the club will benefit from it. But in order to have that happen, we definitely need people to step up and fill these positions. That's for sure. And I'm honored that I've been able to serve as president of HARC for the last 3 years. So it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. So let's see here. Wake up, computer. There we go. Next new business I want to bring up here, some program ideas. And Jeff, you kind of touched on some of that with your EAT, talking about using old software on was it on older computers? Like older software on older computers,
No,
or
using old software on new computers.
old software on new computers? Okay, cool. You know, and I've been kind of thinking about that. And at our last month, our presentation, Eric talked about his remote station setup, and that generated quite a bit of discussion actually on how Eric was using a server at his house to control a VoIP client and server, and kind of talking with some guys after the club meeting last month. We were talking about stuff like that, and not just servers and things like that, but other ways we can incorporate kind of all this wonderful technology we have at our disposal, regardless if you're an IT person or know anything about IT or you know nothing about it. But the point is, maybe look down the road, looking at maybe having some programs aimed at helping people maybe set up remote stations so they can operate their station away from home. And there's a ton of ways to go about it. There's a lot of software out there that you can use. And given Eric's presentation generating a lot of buzz during the presentation itself, that just kind of made me wonder, maybe this is something that we should look for. But at this time, I asked you guys yesterday or Sunday, I don't remember which day, I asked you guys to kind of think of some program ideas that you would like to see. And I know I've kind of asked this question in different ways over the past few months, so I apologize if I sound like a broken record. But I'm just kind of curious, does anybody have any thoughts on anything like that? On any presentation program
We have a
You've got
ideas?
Dave over here has a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was really happy to see the number of new hymns to our wonderful hymn of the day program, thank you all. And I'm wondering, for our new techs coming in, practical knowledge. I had a colleague once who had a higher class license than I didn't know how to put a PL-259 on coax.
I don't even know how to do that.
So I'm just wondering, would it be worthwhile, maybe Jeff and I can talk about this sometime, to do a few practical things. Sunspot cycle 25 is heating up. 10 meters is going to get active. You know, how about making simple antennas for 10 meters? Or, you know, heaven forbid, techs have CW privileges like 80, 40, and 15. 15 will be hot. I remember as a novice, my second contact on 15, second contact under that license, was with Osvaldo in Argentina. Next day, I talked to a guy in, or I should say talked, communicated with a guy in Japan, a guy in Chile. And end of my first week, I was well on the way to work all continents. So this sunspot cycle that's coming up could be a lot of fun for our new techs if they want to get involved in. So that was just something that came to my mind.
Absolutely. And especially on the CW side of things, absolutely. In fact, I've heard a number of people, and Dave, I wish I could give you names, but unfortunately I can't, but I've heard more people expressing interest in learning code. So I think I've heard 4 to 5 people express interest in learning CW.
I don't know if we want to reactivate the CW class again. I'm willing to work individually with any and everybody who wants to do that. Long Island CW Club has got a fantastic program that's internet-based. Google Long Island CW Club, and they've got classes of everything from young kids all the way up to head copy. So lots of opportunity. And I, as I said, my call sign's K8RXB. My email is good on QRZ.
Cool. Yeah, that would be awesome, and I've wondered that too. If maybe having your CW class again would benefit a few people, but that's cool that you're willing to work with people on a individual basis. So very cool.
I'm getting too old. You gotta have some younger people.
Understood. Cool. Thank you so much. And your other ideas too, maybe building a 10-meter antenna, a simple 10-meter antenna. That would be cool too, because yes, Solar Cycle 25 is definitely gonna be interesting, so. Did somebody raise their hand? Okay, I thought I saw
Yes,
something.
there's a hand.
There is a hand.
Yes.
Okay.
Zach, I got a bunch of ideas for you. A few of them, I sent that email to you about the HF propagation and understanding the different prediction tools. Right?
Yeah.
So understanding some of that would be another topic that would be helpful.
You know,
The email that Doug Papay sent out, I don't know if anybody looked at that YouTube video, that was really interesting. The Geotron guys have incorporated that MUF into their prediction models, which is really interesting too. So understanding some of the science behind that would be interesting. That's one idea. The second idea was some of us, I know Mike has done parks on the air. I don't know if there's anybody else. There's a few emails that have gone around, but maybe having a presentation on that, or even an outing for the Holland guys who would be interested to do a parks on the air. I know we've activated a bunch of the parks in the last few weeks. Just another idea of how to log that and what programs are out there to log those, how to send them in, what you need, that kind of thing. And then I thought there was a third one idea I had for you, but I forgot now. If it comes to me, I'll let you know.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, shoot me an email or something. I'd love to hear it. I'm open to ideas, folks. Whatever presentation ideas we can get to generate more interest in the hobby, I'm totally down with. I've had somebody offer to give a presentation either November or December, but I need to hear back from said person, so I don't want to put this person in the hot seat right now, because I don't think they're here. But I'm going to reach out to them again and see if they're willing for our November or December meeting to give a presentation. And once I hear back from them, as soon as I hear back from them, I will share with you guys what the topic of presentation will be. And I know for a lot of people in here, it will be a good topic to talk about. But your propagation idea or presentation idea, I love it. And I am no expert when it comes to propagation. I look at the solar chart and I'm just blank, like, okay, all right. I fire up the radio and tune around the band. And determine that way if bands are open. That's what I do. But it would be cool if there was somebody in the club who knows a thing or two about propagation, willing to give a presentation on propagation. That would be really cool, as well as understanding how to read the solar charts and graphs and all that fun stuff, and propagation maps and all that, like you brought up in your email. So absolutely. And if you think of that third thing, let me know.
That was Bob Heil. We had been in contact with him. I had some questions about some audio stuff with the icons, and he offered to give the club a presentation. I was talking with Dave over the weekend, and he said he had done that in the past, but he offered again. He does, I guess, a lot of them through Zoom, and offered to give a presentation on, audio, so,
This is Bob Heil?
yeah.
Fantastic.
So he said anytime, just, shoot them an email there at Heil and he'll, make arrangements.
Will you do me a favor? Will you send me an email sometime this week and get in touch with me about that?
Yep.
I'd like to hear more about that. So,
I've already sent him a wooden shoe.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just for a side note, when he did the program, I sent him a wooden shoe with his call sign on it.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah, hey.
We can give him another one. Then I'll have a set.
That foot this time.
Yeah.
I don't remember what foot.
Oh, bummer. Okay. Yeah, send me an email, please, sometime this week, and we'll talk about that. But awesome. This is good. This is really good, you guys. Thank you. And this will give us stuff to work with, not just like in the upcoming couple months here, but even for next year, the next president as well, to give him or her some ideas as well. So fantastic. That's all I have for new business. Does anybody have any new business they want to bring?
Got a couple of things here.
Yeah.
We talked about it the other day.
That's right. My apologies. Please. Go ahead, Mike.
I've got just a couple of things here. I just don't want to talk. I can't hear.
Oh, you're fine.
A couple of things. I like to, my own personal vision is I'd like to have us have a more of a permanent home where we can actually hang our KDAA shingle and say, hey, this is our place. We can set up our own radios, towers, antennas, whatever we want to do. That'd be a vision. I don't know if it may be more of a long-term vision to do this, but as for me coming out to HARC here, it's quite a ways away. And I was looking, I talked to Tom, and I talked to Zach, and come up with some ideas. Maybe M-Tech on Port Sheldon and 31. That'd be a nice place to go. Or the Skills Center. Now, according to what Tom said, I think they offer electronics classes there. And if they do, I'm more than willing to go out there and represent our club there and talk to them and say, hey, this is what we're going to do. This is what we can offer. And with Jeff's EAT education and training, that'd be an excellent add-on for the electronics people to come in and get Jeff's expertise on his subject. I mean, he's the best guy around here for stuff like that. Thank you, Jeff.
True.
And so I'm willing to go out there in the next week or so and just talk with them and see what we can do for our club. And I hope that we can at least get something a little more centralized for coming and a little more permanent. Maybe it's just a stepping stone to where we're going to go. I also want to bring up about fundraising, and you've all heard of GoFundMe and stuff like that. Is that correct? GoFundMe?
Yes.
Now, anybody here WePay? Good. WePay is about half the cost of GoFundMe. Not everybody knows that. It's about 4% of whatever they take in that goes to their overhead versus GoFundMe is about 8%. So that's a definite benefit. Maybe we could set up a GoFundMe or a WePay account and maybe promote our club to help support our endeavors through this area. And I don't know, anybody have thoughts or comments about that? Yeah.
I think it's a great idea.
Well, thank you. I love this club. This club is great. They treated me great. Come a long ways, and I want to support this club in whichever way I can. And no, I don't want to be president.
How about the train whistle though?
I'm gonna get railroaded. I don't know. But anyways, thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thanks, Mike. And I apologize. I meant to add that in here and I forgot. So, thank you.
Couple follow-ups to that.
Yeah, go ahead, Jeff.
Okay. along with looking for another home, and I understand that it is quite a drive for some of you people to be here, I really appreciate it. But, I think it would be great if we could take this show on the road a little bit. So, if you know of another venue that is free, inexpensive, or whatever, has projection equipment that we can use, please get a hold of Zach or one of the, the club officers that, and we'll let them know, because, it'd be wonderful to take this on the road, like to Georgetown, Hudsonville, Zeeland, anywhere around here, and that would expose us to other individuals in the area, so we could have a draw, let people know what we do, so. I think that'd be great. So talk to your churches, talk to your schools, talk to anybody who has a venue large enough to hold us, and see what you can come up with and let us know.
Cool.
Hey, Zach, just
Yes.
on that, I talked to Salvation Army and they said no,
No?
no.
Okay.
It was very easy, no.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right, thanks, Dave. And thank you, Jeff. Yeah, it's a great idea. I like the idea of fundraising. I mean, there are generous people out there, and it can't hurt to start thinking really long-term for HARC. So we're not moving locations every 3-4 years. I know that it gets exhausting. I'll be perfectly honest, it can get exhausting for the leadership as well, trying to work through all the logistics of it as well. Cause yeah, I know a lot of you have driven a long way today, just to come here. So like, I wanna echo what Jeff said. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking, time out of your, Tuesday evening, to be here tonight. So thank you, very much for that.
We have this venue is booked for the November and December meeting.
This room?
Yes, this room right here.
Wonderful.
And tomorrow opens up for January. Would you like me to book that if possible? We can always cancel the booking.
That's true. Yeah, go ahead and book
Okay.
it. Yep. Cool. Awesome. Thanks, Jeff. And Jeff, thank you very much for spearheading and working with HARC and HARC, being our liaison and helping us out with that. I appreciate it. So thank you. Very good discussions here. Does anybody have anything else? Any other comments that they want to echo or piggyback off of? Not seeing anybody. Okay, cool. That's all I had for new business. So at this time, let's take a last call here. Anybody have anything else they want to bring up? Announcements, old business, new business, anything like that?
Zach,
Oh, yes, Mike, go ahead.
and this is to reiterate what Jacob said. It'd be kind of nice to do a monthly group get-together out on and practice our radios, our gift out on the road somewhere. Do parks on the air, do islands on the air, go and do PR work with the community. It'd be kind of nice just say once a month, maybe just spring, summer, and fall. Don't know about winter time, but just go somewhere and enjoy. Have a little fun with our craft.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And I believe in the old adage of the best form of advertisement is word of mouth. Even in a world saturated with social media, word of mouth it can go a very, very long way. When people see us in public, working these radios, the art of radio, and they come up and ask us questions. It's a lot of fun. Even just carrying my HT here on my hip. I've had people of all ages ask me, "What's the radio you have there?" Because I just look like a normal person. I'm not a cop. I don't look like a cop or anything like that. Not by a long shot. people ask about it, like, what does that do? And I get to sit and I get to tell them about it, and they're like, wow, that's really cool. And then I get to put in shameless plugs for HARC and other groups, and it gets people excited, and there's something really, really fun about that. So, Mike, yes, absolutely. Like, people getting to see us out in the public and having that public exposure is really good. And the best part is it's outdoors. I know a lot of people are probably hesitant yet about being indoors in certain situations, but being outdoors is good for everybody. So absolutely, definitely something to keep in mind and not have it on the back burner, but keep it in the foreground as we talk and discuss and actually doing it. So absolutely, Mike. Anything else? Okay. Let's do introductions here, and I apologize. I forgot to do introductions at the last club meeting, so I apologize about that. Let's start in the back of the room over here.
Gary, K8BGL. Bob, K8RJD.
Kim, I wasn't here last time, NAKL.
Phil, K8PBH. Tom, K8TV.
Jack K88NWG.
Matt, W8MOL.
Christina, K8SHS. Maria, K8TTY. Eddie, JJ Joshua.
Jacob, W8MTD. Adrian, N8AJM.
Dave, K8RXB.
Dave, W8RSA.
Barbara K5ESG.
Lori, K9MBB.
Jeff, 88THX.
Dan, K8EY.
Bob K8ABG.
Mike, K8NW1.
Caitlin, KD9NRB.
Rich, W8MTI.
Sabrina, WS8EMT. Elena, KSLH.
Jacob, N8JCM.
Julia.
Cool. Was that to me then? And then
Yes.
Zach, KE8BSM. All right, let me see what time it is. 7:08?
Yep.
Jeff, we have to be out of here at 8:30, correct?
8:30.
8:30? Perfect.
We got lots of time.
All right, perfect. Let's take 10. Let's take a 10-minute break, and that will give me time to get the documentary pulled up, and you guys a chance to use the restroom. Is there beverages and snacks? Yes, there is. I see Rich with the bag. All right, let's take 10, everybody. Let's reconvene here at like 7:18, 7:19.
Not 7:20.
Yeah, really. 7, 18, or 19.
Yeah, round there.
Don't be late.